What's up, guys? Coming in today with a full slate of NBA and MLB action here on Tuesday, April 14th. I'll give you my favorite picks on the side and over-under on each game. We're going to break down the two NBA play-in games tonight and a huge chunk of the MLB slate. I'll give you my favorite underdog pick of the day and my massive lock. So as a thank you to me, take that 10th of a second and slam that like button. It really helps get these videos promoted out there on YouTube. It's a big part of keeping me motivated to make these videos here every single solitary day. So take a second and hit that button. Also, check below and see if you're subscribed to the channel. We're on the road to 100,000 subscribers. The goal is to hit that mark this year, so help me make that happen. We can see that around 44% of our viewers are not subscribed to the channel, so click that button. We're coming off a nice winning day, snapping a little losing streak, so that feels really, really good. Let's get those subscriber numbers up. You can also share these videos, share this channel out there with any friends, colleagues, coworkers, anybody you know that's interested in sports or sports betting. We can also help them out here every single day. Also, get down there in the comments. Let me know anything you're looking at across the sports world. I'm more than happy to get back to you if you've got any questions about any bets, anything like that. More than happy to help you out there down in the comments. And also, if you ask me a question about a sport I know nothing about, like golf or NHL or UFC, I can always reach out to the premium handicappers over there at stompthespread.com and see what they have to say. Also, guys, make sure that you're checking the pinned comment throughout the day. That's the top comment below the video. That's where you'll find my favorite picks from every single YouTube video. You'll also find a link to stompthespread.com, so you can get over there and check out all the great stuff over there. There are free picks every single day under the free picks tab. There are also obviously those great premium picks there. You definitely want to check out a premium pick package. It's a great time to be in the mix, but you also got to get over there and get on that free email newsletter, guys. It's a fantastic resource and it's absolutely free. Definitely be checking that out. You'll also find my massive lock of the day and my dog of the day in that pinned comment. In terms of a recap for what we had go down on a pretty busy day out there yesterday, things are looking good. We got the Phillies at minus 180, a pretty easy 13-7 win there for the Phillies at home. Despite having 3 errors and it being a messy game overall, they hit the cover off the ball and get an easy win there in the end. Unfortunately, we picked the wrong time to bat Garrett Crochet. The Red Sox had a, well, not even the Red Sox necessarily, but Crochet had a terrible, terrible day, and there was really no bouncing back from that. Really annoying for him to pick today of all days to just completely crap the bed. We cashed the Guardians at minus 120. Cleveland's offense came alive, putting up 9 runs, and Gavin Williams was solid. 5 innings, 2 runs allowed, and the bullpen put in very good work there as well there for the Guardians. We still got the Dodgers live at minus 150. They've already jumped out to a little lead there over the Mets, so hopefully they can bring that one home for us down the stretch. And we cashed both of our dog of the day and our massive lock of the day. We had the Marlins at plus 120. Yuri Perez wasn't amazing, but the bullpen was nuts there, and the Marlins offense went ballistic, getting in double digits and banging out 16 hits. We also cashed the Yankees at minus 180, and honestly, this was a complete mess by the Yankees bullpen after Warren came out of the game, but thankfully, the offense was going nuts. Kikuchi was bad there as projected, and this game should not have taken extra innings there for the Yankees to win, but hey, we'll take the win either way. Now, guys, let's go ahead and dive in. We got a couple NBA play-in games to break down and a big slate of MLB action, so make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you get over there to stompthespread.com. Get in on that free email newsletter. Check out the free picks, and definitely check out the premium picks. And now, let's get after it. First, we're going to break down those NBA games. We've got the Miami Heat going on the road to take on the Charlotte Hornets in the 9-10 game out there in the East. Miami finished the regular season 43-39 on the year. Not a great end of the season. They did take down the Hawks there in that last game of the year, but that one didn't really mean too much to the Hawks. It meant something there to the Heat in that game. Obviously, they put up 143 points, so that's got to feel great. We saw nobody really playing in that one for the Hawks necessarily, but for the Heat, Wiggins was terrible, but Bam had a good game. Kelly Ware played well. 26 points for Jaime Jaquez Jr. and 25 for Norman Powell on very good shooting numbers is a big, big step in the right direction. The Heat do come into this game looking very much healthy and ready to go, expecting them to have everybody that they would really want ready to get out there for this game, having Hero healthy and having Norman Powell healthy. While both of those guys do play a very similar style and a very similar position, basically the exact same position, it's still nice to have both of them out there and ready to go. We'll see what they can put together. This team definitely has what I would say is the experience edge playing in these, like high impact or, like high stakes games. I think the Heat, especially with guys like Bam, Hero, they definitely have the edge. Norman Powell's played in a share of high pressure games as well. So we'll see if that comes into effect here as they head to Charlotte to take on the Hornets. The Hornets went 44-38 in the regular season. They finished the regular season with a nice 110-96 win there over the Knicks. They'll certainly take that. They have played relatively well down the stretch, maybe not having the best luck against teams like Detroit and Boston, losing a game to the 76ers at one point, but we'll see what they can do here against the Miami Heat. This is a young, up-and-coming team. Not a lot of experience on this roster, but a lot of talent. Guys like LaMelo Ball. He hasn't played a lot of high-stakes basketball really at any point in his career. career. We'll see if he can hold up under the pressure. I believe the last time the Hornets and, well, more importantly, he played in a play-in game, they got absolutely destroyed. We'll see what Brandon Miller can do here. Miles Bridges, he brings them a little bit of, experience there. Diabate, not so much, but he's been great. We're loving what we're seeing from guys like Kobe White here down the stretch. Grant Williams brings in a little bit of experience and has been a big, addition for this team down the stretch. And Concanopoulos, obviously, these playing games aren't supposed to count towards the, the rookie of the year, but obviously, Concanopoulos, in my opinion, probably should be the rookie of the year, playing a lot more meaningful basketball this season than we've seen from Cooper Flagg. But overall, the Hornets have looked really, really good, a dynamic offensive team, but that really goes for the Heat as well. Looking at the numbers for this game, the Hornets are 5.5-point favorites at home. We've got a total of 228.5. Miami is 23-18 against spread on the road, 23-18 to the over on the road. The Hornets are 26-15 against spread at home, 27-14 to the under at home. So some contrasting over-under trends in this one. Very difficult for me to come up with a great look at the total in this game. I would say with these two teams, I am going to lean a little bit towards the over, but no major lean on that one. My bigger lean on this game is going to be to take the experienced Miami Heat here, getting 5.5 points against the inexperienced Charlotte Hornets. Could Charlotte win this game? I do think they definitely could. They could have some transcendent shooting performance and just run Miami out of the gym, but that seems a bit unlikely to me. I think the experience of the Heat is going to make this a very, very close game, with either team able to win down the stretch. So give me the free 5.5 points. Next on the docket, we're looking at the Portland Trail Blazers going on the road to take on the Phoenix Suns out there in the 7 versus 8 matchup in the West. Now, the Blazers, they come into this game 42-40 on the regular season, finishing things off strong with back-to-back wins, although, beating the Sacramento Kings, not really going to throw you a parade for that. The big story for the Portland Trail Blazers this year has mostly been Denny Adjeva, really just emerging as, I don't want to say a superstar, but a high-level scoring talent in the NBA, especially with the amount of free throw attempts that he's getting every single game. He doesn't exactly fall into the SGA category, but the foul baiting is a little bit off the charts. Toumani Camara has also had an amazing year. Donovan Clingan and Robert Williams III have kind of combined to create like one elite center on the floor at all times for this team, so that's been really helpful. Shadion Sharp had a fantastic first, I would say like 60 to 70% of the season before dealing with some injuries, but he's healthy and ready to go for this game. And Scoot Henderson has put up some good numbers since he's been healthy this season, so a lot of positives for Portland. We'll see how they can hold up here going on the road against a team with a lot more veteran talent on it. Once again, this is kind of a like an experience discrepancy, although obviously Jrue Holiday has been pretty much everywhere and done pretty much everything you could possibly do in the NBA throughout his career. Now, they're taking on the Suns. They were kind of an out of nowhere team this year. They end up 45-37 on the season despite tons of injuries. They did beat the Thunder in the last game of the regular season, but the Thunder played literally no one in that game, so not going to make too much of that. The Suns have had injuries this year to Devin Booker, Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks, and Mark Williams have missed significant time. Right there, that's 4 out of their 5 starters. We've also seen Grayson Allen miss a good chunk of time at different points over the course of the season, as he is actually on the injury report for this game. He's dealing with a hamstring issue. He is technically questionable for this game. I would be a little bit surprised if he doesn't get out there and at least try and give it a shot here, playing in a very important play-in game. You would rather have the 2 seed or you would rather have the 7 seed than the 8 seed, I would think. Although maybe it doesn't matter too much, but we'll see. Everybody else for the Suns is healthy. Devin Booker, obviously a wealth of talent, obviously, but a wealth of experience here in important playoff or play-in games. Jalen Green, maybe not so much. Dylan Brooks, though, should be a steadying influence. Weird to say that about Dylan Brooks, but really the effort this team has played with throughout the season, playing very, very good defense as well, has really served them well this year overall. And given them a 45-37 record with all the injuries they've had is no joke. Looking at the numbers for this game, the Suns are 3.5-point favorites. We've got a total of 217.5 in this game. Portland is 19-22 against the spread on the road, 24-17 to the under on the road. The Suns are 23-18 against the spread at home, 27-14 to the under at home. Given these trends and given the intensity of the defense I expect the Phoenix Suns to play, I do think under 217.5 is a reasonable lean in this game. Probably not a pin comment kind of play, but I do think it has some value. In terms of the side, I certainly will be backing the Phoenix Suns here at -3.5. I think you've got Devin Booker out there. You're going to have the best player on the floor in this game. I think Dylan Brooks can do some very disruptive stuff there to the Portland Trail Blazers. I think Mark Williams and Iguodala could have their hands full a little bit on the interior in this game, but I think the bench for the Suns is significantly better, assuming that we see something close to the full strength Grayson Allen out there. Also, let's not act like Royce O'Neal isn't capable of shooting you into a good position in a play-in but playoff game. So definitely give me the Suns here at -3.5. Hey guys, before we jump in and cover that full MLB slate for us here on a very, very busy Tuesday, we get to shout out the sponsor today in every day's video, and that is stumpthespread.com. You can click the link in the description or in the pinned comment to get over there and see the top confidence picks from our entire team of experienced cappers, which, guys, keep in mind, I'm not the premium MLB, NHL, UFC handicapper out there. We have a team of experienced cappers with every single one of them has well over a decade's worth of experience covering his given sport. They are taking a crazy amount of data points, a crazy amount of information into consideration when making every single prediction. They have some very, very impressive tools and algorithms they use to make their predictions, especially our MLB guy, who is looking like he's going to have another very, very good day out there here on Tuesday. Already cashing the Guardians and the Phillies. Still have the Rangers to go, but they're in excellent shape as well. Did break out on that no-run first inning on the Washington-Pittsburgh game, but looking like a 3-1 day over there on the MLB side, unless the Rangers really let things get out of control late in that game. NHL, still a lot of games going on, so we'll see how that goes, but definitely consider getting the mix over there as a premium member. It's really a great value, and a crazy amount of work every single day goes into those premium picks. You also got to get over there to stumpthespread.com and take advantage of all the great free stuff as well. There are free picks every single day under the free picks tab. Those could be NBA, those could be NHL, those could be MLB, all or a combination of all three. So definitely check that free picks tab, but also get over there to stumpthespread.com and get in on that email newsletter, guys. Several nice winning Masters bets there from the golf write-ups, and the golf write-ups have been absolutely insane over the course of the season. You can see the 3 most recent tournaments, the results up on the screen right now. Obviously, didn't get that Corey Connors play there at plus 4,000 home on the Masters. That would have been incredible, but overall, not a bad tournament once again. A lot of great golf information in those emails, but also just fantastic information across the sporting world. Lots of big write-ups just covering sports betting strategies in general, so good information there, and also just a wealth of information, especially on the niche sports like golf, NASCAR, tennis, WNBA, UFC, big MLB write-ups as well. Great information in there, guys. Definitely do not miss out on that free email newsletter. It's really easy to sign up. You just go to stumpthespread.com and set up a free account. $3 for your name and your email address. That's it. You get one email straight to your inbox every single day, just jam-packed with great sports betting info. Also, over at stumpthespread.com, you can pick up a Stump the Spread hoodie if you're interested in one of those. They're $39.99. That includes free shipping. We make nothing on those hoodies. We just want them available out there for anybody looking to rep the brand. Also, if you're a massive fan of what you're seeing from me here every single day on YouTube, you can click that little join button right below the video to sign up for a YouTube channel membership. YouTube channel members get early access to all of our videos. They get their name up on screen in every single video, but maybe most importantly, they get access to our members-only giveaways. We give away a Stump the Spread hoodie here every single solitary Monday and Thursday. That's right, 2 giveaways every single solitary week for our YouTube channel members. Love giving away those hoodies. The way it works is we put the name of every single YouTube channel member on a big wheel. We spin that wheel live on the Monday and live on the Thursday videos. Whoever it lands on gets a Stump the Spread hoodie of their size mailed straight to their address of choice. Huge shout out to all the YouTube channel members, guys. Big shout out to everybody that watches these videos in general. Really appreciate all of you. Make sure you're hitting that thumbs up button. Make sure you're getting over there to stumpthespread.com. Definitely get in there and check out all the great info over there. And now let's dive back in. We've got a big MLB slate to cover, lots and lots of games. And first up, we're looking at the Arizona Diamondbacks as they go on the road to take on the Baltimore Orioles. The Diamondbacks come into this game fresh off a tough 9-7 loss in Baltimore in Game 1. Camden Yards not too friendly there to the Diamondbacks. They're going to try and bounce back in this game by handing the ball to Merrill Kelly, who will be making his season debut coming back from that back issue. We'll see what he looks like out there on this one. Obviously had a pretty reasonable year last year, but making your season debut here, things can occasionally get a little bit weird. If he does have a hard time, they have to lean on their bullpen. The Diamondbacks bullpen has not been good so far this season. Bottom 5 in the majors, a 5.37 bullpen ERA, so not great. The offense has been okay, kind of middle of the road, especially compared to what we saw from them a year ago. They're coming off a game where they've scored 7, 4, 3, 5, and 7 over their last few. Corbin Carroll, Kettle Marte both hitting the ball well, but 17th in runs scored and 28th in on-base percentage. Doesn't exactly tell a great story. Now, the Orioles, they are 9-7 on the year. They've won their last 3 in a row. They erased that 6-run deficit to end up coming back and winning that one, so they'll definitely take it. They got to feel great about that. We'll see what they can do in this game, handing the ball to Trevor Rogers, who's 2-0 on the year, a 1.89 ERA. This lefty is having a great time out there. Hasn't given up more than 2 earned runs 2 runs in general in any of his 3 starts. 7 innings, no runs, and a 2-1 win against Minnesota. 6 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs in an 8-3 win over Texas. And 6 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs allowed there at the White Sox, and that was a 4-2 win as well. So The Orioles have been really on point when he's on the mound. He's taken a lot of pressure off the bullpen, which hasn't been terrible this year. A 3.67 bullpen ERA with 7 saves is not a bad look at all. The offense is humming, guys. 9, 6, 6, 3, 5, and 4 over their last few. Taylor Ward's hitting the ball well. Gunnar Henderson already has 6 home runs and 13 RBIs. He's batting .239, so not exactly killing it. And Mountcastle on the 60-day IL with that broken foot is not great news, but still, they're 6th in the majors in batting average, 8th in slugging percentage, and 6th in on-base percentage. They're going to be one of the best scoring teams in the MLB this season, if you ask me. Now, in terms of the numbers for this game, the Diamondbacks are plus 125. The Orioles are minus 150. Total of 8.5 in this game. Arizona is 4-5 on the road. They are 13-3 against the run line this year. 5-3-1 to the over on the road. Baltimore's 5-4 at home. 6-9 against the run line. 5-4 to the over at home. I'm definitely taking the Orioles here at home. The momentum in this series is very much on their side. They're hitting the ball really, really well. And Trevor Rogers on the mound, I think he's in for a very, very good day. I'm not sure how long Arizona will even leave Merrill Kelly on the mound. And when they go to that bullpen, that is bad, bad news. Next up, guys, we're looking at the Chicago Cubs headed to Philly to take on the Phillies. The Cubs, they are 7-9 on the season. They lost 13-7 in game 1 of this series, so slam that thumbs up button if you enjoyed cashing the Phillies with us there yesterday. The Cubs will hand the ball in this one to Riley Martin. He has yet to figure out a result this year. This is going to be his first start, looking like a full bullpen start kind of situation there for the Cubs. Obviously, Riley Martin's been really good, but he hasn't went more than 1 1/3 innings. The Cubs bullpen, a 3.98 bullpen ERA is not terrible, but I haven't been thrilled with what I've seen from them. So the pitching situation for Chicago in this game does not exactly seem ideal. The offense so far this year has been slightly above average, 12th in runs scored, 21st in batting average, 21st in slugging percentage. Carson Kelly, Ian Happ, all hitting the ball relatively well. Nico Hoerner's doing some positive stuff at the plate. They've scored 7 in each of their last 2 games, but 7-7, 3-0, and 6 over their last few. Not exactly killing it at the plate, so we'll see what they can do against the Phillies, who are now 8-8 on the year, back to 500. They'll hand the ball to Aaron Nola in this game. He's 1-1 this season, a 3.63 ERA. His last start, 6 innings, 5 hits, 3 earned runs allowed there at San Francisco. In a game we saw the Phillies lose 5-0. He's been decent this year, but not elite, I wouldn't say. So we'll see what he can do here against the Cubs, who aren't exactly killing it at the plate necessarily, but they're not slouches either, so we'll see how that works out. The Phillies bullpen has been all over the place, a 4.05 bullpen ERA. Not really a bullpen I trust too much. The offense, coming off a 13-run game, has to feel great. They're 28th in the majors in runs scored, though, and 25th in batting average. Definitely not living up to expectations quite yet, although Schwarber does have 6 home runs, so that's a nice look for him. Looking at the numbers for this game, the Cubs are plus 120. The Phillies are minus 145. Got a total of 9 in this game. The Cubs are 3-3 on the road, 5-10 to the run line, 3-2-1 to the over on the road. The Phillies are 4-5 at home, 3-12 to the run line, guys, 5-3-1 to the over at home. So maybe we take a tiny look at over 9 in this game, but that feels like a big number, so I probably won't get too involved in that. If you're begging me for a side here, I'm going to fade the Cubs in a bullpen start, but minus 145 for the generally cold-hitting Phillies is probably too expensive. Next on the docket, we're looking at the Kansas City Royals heading to Detroit to take on the Tigers. The Royals are 7-9 on the season. They just won 2 out of 4 there against the White Sox, so not exactly a great look. We'll see what they can do this time around taking on the Tigers. They'll hand the ball to Cole Rangans, who is off to a rough start. He's 0-3 on the year, a 5.91 ERA. His last time out only lasted 2/3 of an inning, gave up 2 hits and 3 earned runs over that stretch. Not a great look, dealing with that thumb issue, obviously is why he's making his next start. Everything's supposed to be fine, but I'm not 100% buying it. We'll see what happens in this game. The Royals bullpen in general this year has not been very good at all. Currently a 5.47 bullpen ERA, albeit with 7 saves, but still not throwing the ball great there out of the pen. And the offense, I mean, they're 26th in the majors in runs scored. They're 27th in slugging percentage. Nobody off to an incredibly hot start. They've scored 5, 2, 2, and 0 over their last 4 games. Those are all against the White Sox, so I don't have a lot of great stuff to say about them at the plate. Now, the Tigers, they come into this game 7-9 on the year. They just swept the Marlins, so that has to feel great. They'll hand the ball in this one to Framber Valdez, who's 1-1 this season, a 4.76 ERA. He is in a huge bounce back spot after getting absolutely shelled there in Minnesota. 5 innings, 10 hits, 8 earned runs allowed, and an 8-6 loss. Not a great look, especially for a guy that Detroit was really hoping could boost their rotation. That being said, I think that might have been a bit of an aberration. Pitching in Minnesota can be a little bit tough, although pitching in Detroit probably not going to be drastically different in terms of temperature. So I worry a little bit about him out there. The Detroit bullpen, though, has been very solid. A 3.24 bullpen ERA. Not a big concern there. And the offense, they come into this game swinging some pretty hot bats. 8, 6, and 2 runs over their last 3 games. Colt Keith, Kerry Carpenter, all hitting the ball well. They're 9th in the majors in runs scored, 10th in batting average. Really gotten back after it at the plate. So look at the numbers for this game. The Royals are plus 105. The Tigers are minus 125. We've got a total of 7.5. The Royals are 2-4 on the road, 7-9 against the run line, 5-1 to the under on the road. Detroit is 5-1 at home, 7-9 to the run line as well, and they don't really have any significant trends towards the over/under. I think this is a pretty good spot to back the Tigers. I don't want to, be on Cole Rangans at the moment. It doesn't seem like he's going to be okay to me. We'll see what that thumb does, but I'm worried. He's been ineffective in general. Valdez is in a big bounce back spot, and I think we see him bounce back hard in this game. Next up, guys, we're looking at the San Francisco Giants heading to Cincinnati to take on the Reds. The Giants just lost 2 out of 3 there in Baltimore. They're 6-10 on the year, so off to a slow start. They're going to hand the ball to Robbie Ray, who's actually been pretty good. He's 2-1, a 2.08 ERA. His last start, 6 2/3 innings, 3 hits, 7 strikeouts, 3 walks, and no runs allowed in a 6-0 win there with the Phillies. Hasn't given up more than 2 earned runs over any of his starts this year, and he's faced the Phillies, Mets, and Yankees. So he's throwing the ball great. The Giants bullpen has not been great. A 4.64 bullpen ERA is a disaster compared to how good they were a season ago, and the offense has not been anything good to speak of. I mean, they're 9th in batting average, but 29th in runs scored. They scored 2, 2, and 6 runs in that series against the Orioles. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. So we'll see what they can do against the Reds, who are currently 9-7 on the year. They just lost 2 out of 3 against the Angels, losing that last game 9-6. They're going to get the ball in this one to Brady Singer, who's 0-1 on the year, a 7.71 ERA after getting shelled in Miami his last time out. Now, a lot of teams are a lot of pitchers are getting the crap hit out of them by the Marlins this year. He did pitch well against the Rangers and okay against the Red Sox. We'll see what he can do in this one. The Reds' bullpen has been excellent in support of the starters this year, so that's been good. The offense, on the other hand, 26th in runs scored, 27th in batting average. Not exactly killing it. I mean, 6, 7, and 2 in that series against the Angels isn't a disaster, but it's also not great. So, looking at the numbers for this game, the Giants are minus 110. The Reds are minus 110. We've got a total of 9 in this game. The Giants are 3-3 on the road, 3-2-1 to the over on the road. The Reds are 4-5 at home and 6-3 to the over at home. I'm not too interested in the total in this game, guys, but I'll go ahead and fade Brady Singer here and take Robbie Ray. Give me the Giants at minus 110. I'm not sure why this game is even money. Maybe the Reds' bullpen is that much better, but I certainly think the Giants can find a way to get the win here on the road. Rolling right along, we're looking at the Washington Nationals heading to Pittsburgh to take on the Pirates. The Nationals are 7-9 on the year. They took the 16-5 loss in Game 1 of this series, so that probably stings a little bit. They're going to hand the ball in this one to Miles Michaelis, who is having a predictably terrible start to his season. He's 0-3, a 12.41 ERA. His last time out against his old team, the Cardinals, he went 3 innings, gave up 5 hits and 2 earned runs, walked 3 and struck out 3. In a game, we saw the Nationals lose 6-1. The Nationals are 0-3 in starts that he's made this season. He gave up 11 earned runs against the Dodgers. It's not looking good for Michaelis. The Washington bullpen has also been atrocious this year, the worst bullpen in the major leagues in terms of bullpen ERA. The offense, though, has been excellent. 4th in runs scored, 4th in batting average, 3rd in on-base percentage. They've scored 5, 8, 3, and 7 over their last few games. C.J. Abrams having a hell of a beginning to the season, but it's not really working out to give them a bunch of wins. The Pirates, on the other hand, are 10-6 this year. They've won 3 out of their last 4 games. They won Game 1 of this series walking away. They'll hand the ball in this one to Mitch Keller, who's 1-0 on the year, a 1.00 ERA. He's been excellent this season. Shut out the Mets over 6 innings, gave up 2 runs over 6 innings against Baltimore, and then his last time out, shut out the Dodgers over 6 innings. And again, the Pirates managed to lose 8-2, which has to feel pretty shitty if you're him. But overall, liking what we're seeing from Mitch Keller. The Pirates bullpen, not great. A 4.22 bullpen ERA is obviously not ideal, but the offense is killing it. 12th in the majors in runs scored, 11th in batting average, and that's not taking into consideration that 16-run game they just put up. So liking what the Pirates are doing at the plate here. That's a big part of why they are minus 185. The Nationals are plus 155. Totals out there of 8.5 or 9. Washington is 6-3 on the road, 10-5 to the run line, 6-3 to the over on the road. The Pirates, they are 4-2 at home, 10-5 to the run line as well, 4-2 to the over at home themselves. I think this is an excellent spot to back the Pirates. It's a bit expensive, but I will go down fading Miles Michaelis. The dude is not an MLB caliber pitcher anymore. Definitely give me the Pirates here playing at home. I know the price tag is expensive, but this could still end up being our lock of the day. Rapid fire through these games. We're looking at the Los Angeles Angels heading to New York to take on the Yankees. Now, Game 1 of this series ended up being a barn burner where the Angels eventually lost 11-10. So slam that thumbs up button if you enjoyed a heart attack worth of a win there by the Yankees. We'll definitely take it, but that is not how it was drawn up to go. Reed Detmers will get the start in this one for the Angels. He's 0-1 on the year, a 4.60 ERA. He got shelled by Atlanta his last time out, but that was after a great start against Seattle, a mediocre start to his season. So he's been all over the place thus far. Now the bullpen situation for the Angels this year hasn't been as bad as last year, but a 4.05 bullpen ERA is far from great. The offense coming off a 10-run game where they lost, that's got to feel pretty bad. They've actually scored 9 and 10 respectively over their last couple games. They're 26th in the majors in batting average and 20th in slugging percentage though, so let's not overreact too much to what this team's doing at the plate. The Yankees, they are 9 and 7 on the season. They snapped a 5-game losing streak with that winning game 1 of this series, and they barely got that win. So we'll see what happens. Cole and Rodon, nearing having rehab assignments, so that's great news there for the pitching staff. They'll hand the ball in this one to Ryan Weathers, who's 0-1 on the year, a 2.81 ERA. His last time out, a very good start against the Athletics. 8 innings, 7 hits, 1 run allowed, struck out 7 and walked 0. In a game the Yankees lost 1-0. This Yankees team is not supposed to be scoring 0 runs in a game. He also pitched well against Seattle, but got knocked around by those Marlins that are knocking around a lot of people. So we'll see what he can do. The Yankees bullpen's been very solid, top 6, top 7 in the majors. No problem there. The offense coming off 11-run game is great news. They're 15th in the majors in runs scored. They are 28th in batting average and 26th in slugging percentage. Judge off to a bit of a slow start, up to 6 home runs though. Things will turn around for him and for this Yankees offense. Look at the numbers, guys. The Angels are plus 145. The Yankees are minus 170, a total of 8.5. The Angels are 5-5 on the road, 8-8 to the run line, 6-4 to the over on the road. The Yankees are 3-3 at home, 8-7 to the run line, 3-2-1 to the over at home. I actually don't hate over 8.5 in this game. I'm not expecting Reed Detmers to exactly have a fantastic time out there, which is one of the reasons I don't hate the idea of backing the Yankees here at minus 170. Now, I'm not loving what I'm seeing from their pitching staff, obviously giving up double-digit runs in game 1, but the Yankees did find a way to get the win here. I do expect good stuff from Ryan Weathers in this game, so you can take the Yankees in the first 5. I've got no problem with that, but overall, I think the Yankees at minus 170 still has some value. Cruising right along, we're looking at the Miami Marlins heading to Atlanta to take on the Braves. The Marlins are 9-8 on the season. They're coming off a 10-4 win in game 1 of the series, so make sure you crush that thumbs up button if you enjoyed cashing the Marlins there as our dog of the day. They're going to hand the ball in this game to Max Meyer. He's 1-0 on the year, a 3.68 ERA. He's had 3 starts this year, and they've gone relatively well. 5 innings, 5 hits, 3 earned runs allowed against Colorado. 4 2/3 innings, 3 hits, 2 earned runs allowed against the Yankees, and then 5 innings, 4 hits, 1 run allowed there against the Reds. His last time out, and that was an 8-1 win for Miami. So he's thrown the ball well. I'm not going to say he's been flawless out there, but he's been good, and the bullpen has been fantastic for Miami. A 2.56 bullpen ERA. Very, very good stuff there. The offense continues to churn out runs, top 10 in the majors in runs scored, 7th in batting average, batting 249 as a team. A slugging percentage of 394 is 5th best in the majors. Like, they are hitting the ball well. Hicks has got 3 home runs and 16 RBIs and is batting 319. Xavier Edwards is batting around 360. Like, this team is hitting it. Now, the Braves, coming off that loss, they're still 10-7 on the year, so they'll be okay. They're going to hand the ball in this one to Reynaldo Lopez. His suspension is now over, and he's gotten off to a great start this season. He's 1-0, a 1.15 ERA. His last start, obviously that one got a little bit messed up, but his 2 starts before that, things looked great against Arizona and against Kansas City. So that's great news for Atlanta. Their bullpen's been fantastic this year as well. The offense coming off a 4-run game isn't great, but they've scored 4, 13, 0, 11, 8, and 7 over their last few. Drake Baldwin's off to a great start. They're 3rd in the majors in runs scored. They are 3rd in the majors in slugging percentage. Like, this team is hitting it. So looking at the numbers, the Marlins are plus 130. The Braves are minus 155. Got a total of 8.5 in this game. Miami's 1-5 on the road, 5-11 against the run line. 4-1-1 to the over on the road. Atlanta is 6-3 at home, 10-6 against the run line, 7-2 to the under at home. This game is actually a bit of a tough one to crack for me. I do expect very good stuff from Lopez in this game, but minus 155 against the red hot Marlins does not feel great to me. So, like I said, a tough spot. I will lean slightly towards the Braves here, but this game can't go in the pinned comment. Just going to be too close. Next on the docket, we got the Boston Red Sox heading to Minnesota to take on the Twins. Make sure you get down there in the comments and write something mean about Garrett Crochet, because he let us down there yesterday. Could have potentially cost us a perfect day because he just got shelled right out of the gates in a 13-6 loss against Minnesota. They're going to try and bounce back by hitting the ball to Sonny Gray, who's been great so far this year. 2-0, a 2.76 ERA. His last time out against the hard-hitting Brewers, 6 1/3 innings, 3 hits, no runs allowed. Very, very good work. He's looked excellent so far this year. The bullpen from Boston has been okay. Not necessarily top tier around ML. Well, like slightly better than average, but not amazing. The offense has been wildly inconsistent. They're 20th in runs scored, 25th in slugging percentage. They've scored 6, 9, 7, 2, 5, and 3 over their last few games. Willie Abreu off to a good start, got to mention that. So we'll see what they can do here in Minnesota, taking on the Twins, who have now won 3 in a row and 7 of their last 8 overall. They're going to give the ball in this one to Mick Abel. He has not been part of that success, really. He's 0-2, a 6.08 ERA. His last start was excellent against the Tigers, the slumping Tigers, but still 6 innings, 4 hits, no runs allowed, struck out 6 and walked 3. Control has been a problem for him this year. He's walked 3, 3, and 4 over his 3 starts respectively, so we'll see which version of Mick Abel we get for this game. The Twins' bullpen so far this year hasn't really been exactly a bright spot. A 5.19 bullpen ERA is troubling. The offense is on fire, though. They've scored 13, 8, 7, 4, 3, and 8 over their last few. Josh Bell hitting the ball, great. They're 6th in runs scored. They're 9th in on-base percentage. The slugging percentage and batting average numbers aren't incredible, so we'll see what they can do here, against, albeit a relatively, a tough pitching opponent in this game. Looking at the numbers, guys, the Red Sox are minus 140. The Twins are plus 120. We've got a total of 8 in this one. Boston's 3-6 on the road, 5-10 against the run line, 6-3 to the over on the road. Minnesota's 5-2 at home, 10-6 against the run line, and a 500 over-under team at home. This one feels a little bit close to me. I hate to be on the Boston Red Sox at this point with how often they've let us down, but haven't loved what I've seen from Mick Abel in general, so I think Boston will figure it out in this one, and with Sonny Gray on the mound at minus 140, seems like a reasonable price. Next up, we're looking at the Tampa Bay Rays heading to Chicago to take on the White Sox. The Rays just swept the Yankees, winning 2 out of those 3 games by a single run, so they're winning some close ones, but they'll definitely take it. They're going to hand the ball in this one to Shane McClanahan. He's 0-1 on the year, a 4.15 ERA. Weak start against Milwaukee, good start against the Cubs. Not going deep into either game, though, and that is a bit of a concern here with the Tampa Bay bullpen that's been bad. A 6.35 bullpen ERA is huge reason for concern. The offense has picked things up here. Obviously, Chandler Simpson's off to a good start. Yanni Diaz is off to a good start. But, 5-5-5 over their last few games is not killing it at the plate. They're still 9th in the majors in runs scored and 5th in batting average, though. So I'm not going to say a bunch of bad stuff. They're taking on the White Sox, who just managed to split their 4-game series there against the Royals. So they'll take that. They're going to hand the ball in this one to Noah Schultz. We'll see what this 22-year-old lefty can do out there. His first time on the mound. Going to be very, very interesting. He's dominated in AAA Charlotte, so we'll see what he looks like. I'm expecting him to go out there and look pretty freaking good, even against the Tampa Bay Rays. The White Sox bullpen so far this year has been a lot better than it was a season ago, but not exactly in the dominant category with an ERA well over 5. And the offense has been atrocious. They're last in the majors in runs scored, last in batting average. You get the picture. Now, looking at the numbers, guys, the Rays are minus 135. The White Sox are plus 115. We've got a total of 7.5 in this game. Tampa Bay's 4-5 on the road, 8-7 to the run line, 6-2-1 to the over on the road. The White Sox are 3-3 at home, 7-9 to the run line, and a 500 over-under team at home. I don't think no run first inning is a terrible idea in this game necessarily, but in general, I'm going to have to lean a bit towards the Tampa Bay Rays. Minus 135, not a good enough price. This won't make it the pinned comment, especially with Noah Schultz being something of an unknown. He could come out and dominate in this game, and I wouldn't be shocked, so we're going to kind of stay away from this one. Next up, guys, in a very exciting pitching matchup, we got the Toronto Blue Jays heading to Milwaukee to take on the Brewers. Toronto not off to the best start. They're 6-9 overall. They just lost 2 out of 3 against Minnesota, but they're going to hand the ball in this game to Kevin Gausman. He's 0-1 on the year, a 2.08 ERA. He's coming off a bit of a tough start against the Dodgers, so we'll cut the guy some slack. And it wasn't even a disaster. He gave up 3 earned runs over 5 1/3. But his starts for that, he was dominant against Colorado and dominant against the Athletics. So we'll see if he can fire it up and be dominant in this one against the Milwaukee Brewers. Now, the Toronto bullpen, well, not bottom of the barrel, but not great. A 4.48 bullpen ERA could certainly use some improvement. The offense scoring 2, 4, and 10 runs over their last few games. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. turning it on here a little bit, but they're 25th in runs scored, 8th in batting average, 11th in slugging percentage, so certainly could figure some things out here, and I think they will eventually. The Brewers, they come into this game losers of 5 in a row. Obviously, they've been a little bit banged up and stuff like that, so we'll see how things work out. They're going to hand the ball in this game to Jacob Misiorowski. He's 1-1 this year, a 3.31 ERA, putting up big strikeout numbers, but also giving up some runs here and there. I mean, gave up 3 runs on 2 hits over 5 1/3 against the Red Sox. He did walk 4 in that game, and control has been a little bit of a problem, but he's racking up those strikeouts. He's looking pretty electric out there on the mound. The Brewers' bullpen has been, it was very, very good there for a bit. They've cooled off drastically up to a 3.74 bullpen ERA. And the offense It's just not quite getting the job done, guys. 6-1, 3-0, and 2 over their last few games, all losses. They're still 5th in runs scored and 6th in slugging percentage, but with Yelich, getting injured and stuff like that, it has not exactly been a ton of great news here for the Brewers. We'll see what goes on, but a hamstring injury at this point in the year is not great. The Blue Jays are plus 105 in this game. The Brewers are minus 125. We've got a total of 7. Toronto's 0-3 on the road, 4-11 against the run line, 2-1 to the over on the road. Milwaukee is 5-4 at home, 9-6 against the run line, 6-3 to the over at home. I actually think, despite a very solid pitching matchup in this one, over 7. It's just too small of a number. Both these teams can hit the ball. I think we're going to see some runs in this one. So definitely lean a bit towards over 7. In terms of a side, I will take the Blue Jays here at plus money with Kevin Gausman on the mound. We're seeing too much of a struggle here from the Brewers. We're expecting the turnaround any day now from Toronto, and with Gausman on the mound, they're always going to have a chance. Next up, we're looking at the Cleveland Guardians heading to St. Louis to take on the Cardinals. The Guardians come into this game 10-7 on the year. They won game 1 of this series 9-3, so smash that thumbs up button if you enjoyed it cashing the Guardians. They're going to hand the ball in this one to Joey Cantillo. He's 1-0 this year, a 2.54 ERA. 3 very reasonable starts. Didn't go too deep in that first start of the year, but his last time out, 5 2/3 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, 1 of which was earned. He also struck out 9 in a 10-2 win over the Royals. And Cleveland, they're 3-0 with him on the mound this year. The Guardians' bullpen has not looked as good this year as it did a season ago, no question about it, but they're starting to head back in the right direction. The offense, they scored 9, 1, 6, 5, and 10 over their last few games. We're seeing some pretty decent stuff from them in the early returns from a few different individual hitters, but overall, as a team, they're 24th in runs scored and 23rd in batting average. So we'll see if they can continue to put up some nice crooked numbers there against the Cardinals, who are 8-8 this season. They'll hand the ball to Michael McGreevy. He's 1-1 this year, a 2.16 ERA. Had a little bit of a rough time in Detroit, but his last time out against a hard-hitting Nationals team, 6 innings, 4 hits, 1 earned run allowed. Only struck out 1 in that game, but walked 0 and looked pretty good. Pitching to contact, not the worst thing in the world. The Cardinals' bullpen, on the other hand, a 5.31 bullpen ERA is a big concern. They've lost 3 in a row. That hasn't been super helpful. Jordan Walker hitting the cover off the ball here early has been a big boost to this team, but they're still 22nd in the majors in runs scored and 22nd in slugging percentage. Looking at the numbers for this one, the Guardians are minus 120. The Cardinals are plus 100. We've got a total of 8.5. Cleveland's 5-5 on the road, 10-6 against the run line, 5-5 to the over-under on the road. St. Louis is 5-4 at home, 7-8 to the run line, 5-4 to the over at home. I'm going to be leaning towards Cleveland here at minus 120. I don't trust what we're seeing from McGreevy. I also don't like what we're getting from the Cardinals bullpen. So maybe this, is kind of a wash with both bullpens struggling, but I'm going to lean just a bit towards Joey Cantillo here on the road. Next up, we got the Seattle Mariners heading to San Diego to take on the Padres. The Mariners are 8-9 on the year. They've won their last 4 in a row, so figuring things out pretty quickly here all of a sudden. Although playing the Houston Astros definitely helps. The Mariners will hand the ball in this game to Brian Wu. He's 0-1 on the year, but a 1.50 ERA, and the dude has been lights out. Gave up 2 runs over 6 innings against Cleveland, no runs over 7 innings against the Angels, and 1 earned run, 3 unearned runs total there against the Rangers in a 3-0 loss back on the 8th. He's thrown the ball well. Obviously, that start against the Rangers was not his normal dominant stuff, but I'm expecting good things from him in general this year. The Seattle bullpen's been the best bullpen so far this year in terms of bullpen ERA. That's looked great. That's been very helpful, and the offense had struggled mightily, but they've scored 6, 6, 8, and 9 over their last few games. Like I said, going up against the Astros will definitely helped, but they're still 29th in the majors in batting average and 18th in runs scored. So plenty of work still to do as they take on the Padres, who have won their last 5 in a row. Playing 4 games there against Colorado will certainly help. They're going to hand the ball in this game to Michael King. He's 1-1 this year, a 3.24 ERA. His last start was against the Pirates. 6 innings, 4 hits, 2 earned runs against a team that's hitting the ball as hard as the Pirates is a very good look. He's been good this year overall, although he did struggle in Fenway a bit, so we'll see what he can get after in this game. The Padres' bullpen has been good, not as dominant as last season, but good. The offense continues to, put up runs. They're 7th in runs scored, 7th in slugging percentage, but 18th in batting average. They've scored 7, 9, 5, and 7 over their last 4, but that's against the Rockies, so we'll see what they do here against a real team. Now, the Mariners are minus 120. The Padres are plus 100. We've got a total of 7 in this game. The Mariners are 1-5 on the road, 6-10 against the run line, 5-1 to the under on the road. The Padres are 6-4 at home, 11-5 against the run line, 5-4-1 to the over at home. I actually think no run first inning is a very reasonable play in this one. Both teams are going to cool down after some hot hitting against some terrible opponents. They're going to see some real pitching in this game, and I think it's going to not scare them necessarily, but take them aback. Definitely give me the no run first inning here. I'll also lean slightly towards the Padres here at home, but I think the no run first inning is the play you want. Rounding into the home stretch here, guys, we got the Texas Rangers heading to Sacramento to take on the Athletics. The Rangers and Athletics are actually still live playing in their current game. We are rooting pretty hard for the Rangers there as a premium pick, and they're up 4-0 in the top of the 8th with a runner in scoring position. So they're looking pretty good. They're going to hand the ball in game 2 of this series to Mackenzie Gore. He's been great this year, 2-0, a 2.76 ERA. Dominant his last time out there against Seattle, giving up only a single hit and striking out 9 over 5 innings. Start for that got knocked around a little bit, but 6 innings, 3 runs allowed against the Reds is not bad, and started the season off very well with a good start against the Phillies. So he's been looking good. The Rangers bullpen's been one of the best in the majors so far this year. The offense, well, they are 23rd in runs scored, 16th in batting average, but they've put up 4 runs in their current game. Nemo's hitting the ball well, Corey Seager's hitting the ball well, so generally speaking, not terrible news for them at the plate. The Athletics, they had actually won 5 in a row heading into game 1 of this series. They're going to hand the ball in game 2 to Jeffrey Springs, who's 2-0, a 1.47 ERA. Burrow has been electric out there. He's given up 3 total earned runs over 3 total starts, and he's faced Toronto, Houston, and the Yankees. Went 7 innings, gave up 1 hit and no runs in a 1-0 win against the Yankees his last time out. Springs has been great. Now, the bullpen for the Athletics, been slightly above average. I'm not going to say great. The offense, well, they're 18th in runs scored, 15th in batting average, but this team has some hitters on it. They are going to figure it out here down the stretch. Some of them are already figuring it out. So we'll see what they do in this one. The Rangers are minus 120. The Athletics are plus 100. We've got a total of 8.5. The Rangers are 5-4 on the road, 10-5 against the run line, 6-2-1 to the over on the road. The A's, they are 2-1 at home, 10-5 against the run line as well, 3-0 to the over at home. I don't see an over coming in this game. It's 8.5, so not a huge number or anything like that. But with these two guys on the mound, definitely give me a good hard look at under 8.5. You could also take no run first inning in this game. No problem with that. I think we're going to see offense be at an absolute premium. If you're begging me for a side, give me the Athletics here in a bounce back spot with Springs on the mound at a very good price. But I really think those underplays are where you want to be. Last but not least here, guys, we're looking at the nightcap between the New York Mets and the LA Dodgers. Now, the Dodgers are up 4-0 over the Mets in the end of the 5th inning, so things are looking very good for us in that one. Soto going to be running in the next couple of days. That's good news, but I'm sure wish they had him here a bit sooner. The Mets will hand the ball to Nolan McLean in this game. He's 1-1, a 2.70 ERA. He's been very good this season and starts against the Pirates, Giants, and Diamondbacks, so I am not too nervous for him here going up against the Dodgers, but it's never an easy outing there when you're facing the Dodgers. The Mets bullpen has been very solid, a 2.98 bullpen ERA, no problems there. The problem this year has been their offense, which has been in the bottom third of the majors in most of the major categories. We're not seeing anybody off to an insanely hot start for them. They're 24th in slugging, 23rd on base percentage. Not looking amazing at the plate. They're currently getting shut out through 5 innings in their current game, so not a lot to feel great about. Now, the Dodgers, they come into this game 11-4 on the year, up 4-0 over the Mets, like I was just saying. They're killing it. They're going to hand the ball in this one to Yoshinobu Yamamoto. He's 2-1 on the year, a 2.50 ERA. He's looked great. Hasn't given up more than 2 earned runs in any of his games. He's coming off 6 innings, 5 hits, 1 earned run allowed there in a 4-1 win over Toronto. He's looking excellent. The Dodgers bullpen is looking greatly improved from last year, and the offense is doing Dodger offense things. They're first in batting average, first in slugging percentage. You get the picture. Looking at the numbers, guys, the Mets are plus 160. The Dodgers are minus 190. We've got a total of 7.5. The Mets are 4-3 on the road, 6-10 against the run line, and a 500 over/under team on the road. The Dodgers, they are 6-3 at home, 8-7 to the run line, 5-4 to the under at home. I do like McLean on the mound here for the Mets a good amount. Do I like it enough to fade the Dodgers in this spot? I don't think so. Minus 190 is a bit expensive, but give me the Dodgers with Yamamoto on the mound. They're going to find a way to put up some runs in this game, and it'll be enough because the Mets are going to have a really, really hard time at the plate once again in this game. Guys, that's all the games we have today for an extremely busy Tuesday. Hit that like button for good luck on all of your bets, and subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. Doing those 2 things really, really helps out the channel. Very much appreciate anyone. You can also share these videos out there. That helps a lot as well. Let me know in the comments any questions you have on today's slate. I'm more than happy to get back to you or find a way to answer your question one way or the other. I appreciate everybody watching these videos. Make sure you click the link in the description or in the pinned comment to get over there to stumpthespread.com. Check out the red hot MLB premium picks over there. Don't miss out on those. Get in all the great free stuff over there as well. The free picks, the free email newsletter. And guys, we'll see you right back here tomorrow. Same time, same place for more sports betting action.